Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, there's a way, in a weasel way, to become the savior after you burned everything. And that is, you create a problem, and then you come and save everybody from the problem you created. And you make sure that people forget about it. Remember, human beings are like deer. They have an attention span of about 3 minutes. Therefore, after 3 minutes, you can tell them something new, opposite to what you told them 3 minutes and 1 second ago, and they will be like, yeah, man, that's new, yeah. That's exactly what Zelensky did. He signed that little bill. So, let's start with the beginning. Supposedly, the parliament in Ukraine put together a bill in one day, where the anti-corruption institutions will be placed under the government control. That is the fox in charge of the chicken coop. And the Western nation says, hold on, time out, stop, what's going on here? Zelensky signed. And Zelensky was like, you know what? I'm going to sign the law because I think it's A-OK. So he signed the law. So the law came on his little desk and he was like, should I sign it? Da, niet, da, niet, da. Fuck. And he signed it. So he agreed with it today. And what happened? By the evening, he said, you know what? I changed my mind. I will send it back and I don't agree with it. What does it mean? That means that the people in the West, the forces, exposed themselves. The forces behind Zelensky exposed themselves in making this little what? How's that called? Little Red Riding Hood. Yeah, Skupica Rosia. That's what he is. He changed his mind. Now he said, no. Whoa. Was I not supposed to sign that now? Let me show you. So from a baboon, a few hours ago, he became the savior. Let me show you. This is New Voice of Ukraine. So from the Ukrainians, undoing corruption again. Zelensky bill restores full NABU SAPO powers. Why? In the first place, why did you agree with it? I tell you why. I have a number of articles that I'm ready to share with you. So he's a hero now. Did you understand that? He's a hero. Why? Because if you go down here, Zelensky says draft bill agreed to guarantee NABU and SAPO independence. Right there. You got it? Then you have Zelensky submits new bill to restore NABU SAPO independence. After he said, I'm okay with it. Why? Let me show you. Right? It was a lot of protests in Ukraine, and I'm surprised that he didn't put the military to kill them, because that's what you do as a dictator. But probably he's not a dictator. Right here. Reform rollback ignites fury. Anti-graft fight revive. That's one. And then we got here. This is from Ukrainska Pravda. Anti-corruption agency says Zelensky bill will restore its independence. What happens? Zelensky submits bill to parliament on independence of anti-corruption agencies. Why is that, my friends? Let me show you. So I have a slew of articles. I didn't want to pull them out because I was too under the weather. Okay? So I was like, oh my God, I have to pull all these fucking articles now. So I'm going to show you this. So who was behind these things? You see this right here? Brussels links Ukraine's EU future to independent anti-graft agency. So the Brussels says, you know what, boy? Change it, okay? You are in the wrong. We are there. All right. Ukrainska Pravda. All these are from today. Merz and Macron plan intensive discussion of anti-corruption efforts with Zelensky. Okay. Effectiveness of anti-corruption agencies is key to Ukraine's path to EU ambassador. Von der Leyen warns Zelensky over risk to Ukraine EU bid. US senators warn Ukraine against undermining anti-corruption process. So, after meeting, Zelensky, Ukraine's anti-corruption chiefs, says agencies' lost independence must be reclaimed. We're not over, baby doll. Oh, these are Ukrainska Pravda. These are the Ukrainians. European Bank for Reconstruction and Development joins EU over concern over Ukraine's crackdown on anti-corruption agencies. Okay, so I think let me see if I get it. I think those were enough. So you got the banks, you got Brussels, you got the American senators, you got everybody saying, hold up, baby doll. We tell you what to do. You don't go ahead of your skis. And he said, let me crack a joke. Nobody laughs? Fuck, I'm fucked. Okay, what do I need to do? Keep it, change it. Okay, let's change that. And now he's a savior. For God's sake. It's okay. Thank you very much, Zelensky, imbecile. Because by doing that, bad girl, stay there. Like that. By doing that, he actually showed us who's in charge of him. Now, do you think Zelensky gives a fuck about European Union accession? Unless he gets something back, he doesn't give a fuck, as long as he's in charge. So all these guys that yapped around, they have a power over him. Why? Remember the first article I featured here? Undoing corruption again. So he is the savior. Zelensky bill restores full. No, who fucked up the powers? He did by signing it. So what do you mean he restores? They told him to do it. Now, if you are an Ukrainian, think about it. If other interests outside of your country tell your president, your guy, the Jewish guy in charge of your nation, hey, we don't like what you do, you need to change that. And he changes that because outside interest, many of them, tell him to do that. Who is he listening to? Now, I think Zelensky is a dictator. And he has tyrannical tendencies. But he's still kept in check, you know by whom? By armed people around him. They are the guys who tell Zelensky what to do. Those are not his people. Those guys are not the Ukrainian people. Those guys are on the payroll of foreign agencies and interests. So if he's not listening, he goes and meets Moses. Not Jesus, Moses. And Moses is over there something killing the Amorites and Canaanites at the order of the boss. All right, so my friends, what's going on here? You know who is in charge of this guy. Now, if Zelensky would be indeed independent, he would say, screw you guys, everybody else, because I think it's the right way for the people. But he didn't. Regarding the protest, mass protest, I want to remind you that under the martial law, your liberties are very much infringed. And they could institute, based on the enemy over there, kind of like a curfew. That is, if you're out over 5 p.m., we have a problem with you. And remember, I will show you something else, because Zelensky came out and said, I have to find the article, it says, think about the unity. Let's think about the unity. What unity? What unity? So he's like exactly what Hermann Göring said. Let me show you. Right there. Zelensky urges national unity amid Ukraine anti-corruption protest. So the Ukrainians were allowed to protest because of the Western guys. And this is according to what? ABC News right there. So he urges national unity. Didn't I read this so fucking many times for you? God damn it, you make me do it again. I'm back. With this book that I have, Crimes Against Nature by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. This book, I bought it on, because I always write. All right there. On 3 September 2004, Lansing, Michigan. And somewhere at the end of it, I'm old, you know, he says something very important. Oh my God. He says many things that are important. But he talks about Hermann Göring. And Hermann Göring talks about how you can rile the people around you by pointing out to an enemy. And once you point out to an enemy, you say, no, we are being attacked, and if we are attacked, we have to stay together, unity, national unity. Therefore, you're going to tell the guys who are against you that they are not wanting peace, and they are actually fighting. I always write on the side of my books. I said Goering, right there, Goering, okay? I'm going to read it for you again. And these elected governments use the provocation of terrorist attacks, continual wars, and invocation of patriotism. I like this side better. I don't see it. Fuck, it was dark. And homeland security to privatize the commons, tame the press, muzzle criticism by opponents, and turn government over to corporate control. And I'm quoting, "It is always a simple matter to drag the people along," end quote, noted Hitler's sidekick, Hermann Goering. And I'm quoting again, "Whether it is a democracy, supposedly Ukraine, or a fascist dictatorship, or a parliament, or a communist dictatorship, voice or no voice, the people can always be brought to the bidding of the leaders. This is easy. All you have to do is tell them they are being attacked, Russia, and denounce the peacemakers for lack of patriotism and exposing the country to danger. It works the same in any country." All right? So I think that's valid. This guy is using that national unity. Well, I think you were the one who fucked up the Ukrainian national unity. First, who the hell are you? Why are you in charge of the Ukrainian nation? Go to freaking Euphrates. Go over there and fight with those guys. Or go to New York and take care of us. Tell us what to do. Too much alcohol. And if too much alcohol, I tend to tell too much I want to say. So calm down and relax. My point is this here. He is not a savior. He's the guy who was told what to do by the masters. Now, as a Ukrainian, do you like that? Now, if you like that, you deserve to be in a cage. As a nation, as Romania. Romania is in a cage right now. Is in a cage. The Romanians eat a little bit better than they ate under Ceausescu. They eat a little bit better. The problem is they don't know what they eat. That's the problem. All right. So they eat and they talk only what they're allowed to talk. So they're in a cage, like the Americans. The Americans are fatter, are in a cage. As I always give you the analogy of a pig from a farm and a pig in the wild. The pig in the wild is a little bit skinnier, some danger over there. He needs to work out, be alert. He has to fight. He has to become better in order to survive. Now, whereas the pig on the farm, give me food, but then Christmas time shows up. And Christmas time shows up, the farmer comes with a knife. Hey, piggy, cook, oink, 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 come over here. It's going to look for you. It's going to fuck you up. That's what you are. A pig on a farm. You're not a pig in a freaking... Why? A lot of people in our society, sorry to break the news, like to be a pig on a farm because they are weaklings. They're weak. They know better. They say, I want something to help me. Either that or the government. Someone. Why don't you fucking made your own destiny through your fucking abilities? Because they're weak. They're dumb. That's the reason why. They want a mommy or a daddy. Please help me. Anybody. And these guys vote. Can you believe that? That's why it is one of the big reasons why I dislike democracy. Because these weaklings are going to vote your vote out. Why? They always need help from someone. But hey, they're strong, independent, and empowered. Fuck you. And to end in a good note, Norok. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, not weak. Stay smart, not stupid. Look for the truth, not for the lies. And then you distribute justice, which is when you find out, you determine who's the weasel, and you say, come over here. Hey, what's going on, Mike? I'm right here. Look at me. I'm gonna punch you in the face. Block it. Bang. The government or maybe some other entity will help me. You deserve it. Thank you very much for being with me again today. See you later. Ciao.